Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. This is Boog Nice coming at you with the Marvel Legends Ultimate Riders Series Punisher figure review. Let's do it.
This ain't for no scalper. You a scalper? Then fuck out shit. This one's for them real collectors. That's army building and posing figures. Marvel Legends, imports, mini matey, I'm fucking with them. Hype beast, we know about you. Stay buying figs, don't know about it.
And a quick look at the artwork on the side of the box. That looks really cool. It is the same on both sides. And a quick frontal view trying to avoid the glare. So let's bust this bad boy open and see what's what. And big shout out to my man Sire and my dudes at the Collector Cave in the Bronx for making this review possible. Alright, here we go. Frank Castle, aka the Punisher. His bio on the back of the package reads, Frank Castle rides through the night dispensing brutal vigilante justice. This is actually our second Punisher in the Ultimate Riders line. Only God knows how many Punishers we've had in the life of the Marvel Legends line dating back to Toy Biz. It's been so many. I'll definitely do some comparisons and swaps toward the end of this review. But let's see if I can remember the Ultimate Riders off the top of my head. So we had regular Ghost Rider, we had Black Widow, Wolverine, Professor X, Deadpool, Squirrel Girl, old school Captain America, and then we got the Ghost Rider, the Cosmic Ghost Rider, which is actually Frank Castle. So that's why I say this is our second Punisher. So yeah, I guess this is the 8th or 8th, I don't know. Really cool look for Punisher here that we've never seen in figure form. This figure is actually based on the artwork of Ariel Olivetti, who did the pencils for Punisher War Journal Volume 2, if I'm not mistaken. We learned that very early on when they first showed this figure at New York Toy Fair. So yes, even the artwork on the side of the box that I showed in the opening was done by Olivetti. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. You know I could butcher a name, but he is not an American-based comic book artist. He is originally from Buenos Aires, Argentina. I don't think he worked on his first American comic book until 1995, but he's worked on several different titles for Marvel and DC. Although this look for Punisher is based on an older book, older story arc, this is a nice fresh take for Punisher for us as far as Marvel Legends goes. I think he looks great. I really like the way this figure looks. I've been eagerly anticipating the release of this guy. So he's got the all black with the Punisher T with the logo, and out of the package he comes with the sort of battle damage head. This is an option we've seen from Mezco that gets a lot of display play, so this will be cool to see if we can swap this on to other Punishers, and that's going to be the fun of this review here, is seeing what can be swapped on and off. But I do like the outfit. It looks to me like the upper body may be new. The arms, these is definitely some big guns for Punisher here, but it looks like the lower legs are the legs that we got on the Netflix Luke Cage. I could tell those boots, where the boots don't really look like they are through and through. They kind of look like half boots. I wish they would have really continued the sculpt in there to make that look a little more authentic. But you can see here on the side, he's got a little holster or strap here with some extra magazines on the side. Unfortunately, those are not removable. You know, it's not a working holster. I kind of hate when figures don't have working holsters. And even this here, this strap here, which does have some little pouches and stuff here, so he could have like some ammunition and some little things inside of there. But I would have liked if this was actually like a shoulder holster and he could put twin guns on here or something like that. I suppose you could do your own thing and kit bash this guy. I know my man Adam will be kit bashing the hell out of this. And then this is interesting. He's got the fingerless gloves. I ain't even gonna say nothing. And it's pretty cool because you can actually pop these hands off. So you may have the option to swap these on to other Punisher figures or other figures in general. I think they did a good job on this head sculpt. I'm digging this one, the battle damage version here, with the bandage across his nose and one over his right eyebrow. He's got a little scar here on this side of the head and one on his cheek, and he's gritting his teeth. He looks angry. He's got the old school Italian receding hairline widow peak thing going on here. And yeah, man, I'm digging this. This looks very good. Also, like I said, the gun's looking real good. Maybe they could have put some hair on his arms or something like that, but for the most part, I like that. He's got the sleeves rolled up. This is money, man. Good job. So they had to set us up with some hands that were open where he could kind of grip the handles of his bike, and then they also gave us some accessories, some weapons and what have you. So the open hands were the best option. Unfortunately, it was the only option. It would have been nice if they gave us some other hands, but again, if you've been collecting Marvel Legends, you know, you've got some stuff in the stash, and I'll definitely try some swaps and see what works. So moving forward with his accessories. So let's talk guns. He's got a few, and I hope you gun nuts are going to be proud of me, because I think I know which type of gun each one of these guns are. So first off, he's got the sawed-off shotgun here, two tones, it's brown and black. I must say that they did a decent job with giving us some guns here that actually look somewhat realistic. They didn't pack my man Punisher in with any pink or purple guns or anything like that, so I'm all for that. I'm not sure if I could think of any other time that we got a sawed-off shotgun with any other Marvel Legends figure. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now, he may have to pry his hand open a little bit to get his other hand on the gun here, but it is doable. I see one little minor little paint scuff there towards the front of the barrel. I could probably use my nail and take that off, or with a little alcohol or something like that. Oh, I just thought about another little accessory that I have that would go well with the battle damage head here. I'll have to break that out, but I'm noticing that they did give you the different articulation on each wrist, but I kind of wish this was cut a bit more so he can get this hinge down a little bit more. I think maybe the cut here at the ball peg could have been a little deeper to really get this working a little better, but you know, it's not bad. I'm thinking about all types of stuff I want to do. This is not what I was just talking about, but these are not effects that came with this figure. These are the two little small blast effects that came with the War Machine figure that I've just recently reviewed, and that also came with the Black Widow, the Deadly Origin Black Widow. So if you kind of rotate these right where they'll line up, you can definitely utilize them here with the sawed-off shotgun. So that's cool. But maybe you can see what I mean about trying to get this hand down. You can even do one of these numbers here, just sort of relax, static vanilla pose here with him just resting the gun on his shoulder. Mezco Harley Quinn couldn't do that with the mallet. Yeah, my man is looking mean. All right, enough with this sawed-off shotgun. Moving on. And then he's also packed in with a Mac 10. Am I right? Mac 10, right? All black with the air hose. Now, they probably could have put a little more detail there, but I mean, I'll take it. It's all black. It's not purple. I'm with it. Now, we ain't gonna get crazy. The magazine can't come out of nothing. This ain't Mezco, but you know, it is what it is. That's where we need that open hand with the fingers spread here, just, you know, for more realism, just to kind of show him like really bucking off with the gun here. But I will say there is a little peg hole there, and the War Machine / Black Widow effect works on this as well. So I see you, Hasbro. I see you guys tying in the effects and making them reusable and giving each effect extra life with other characters. I'm with it. Now you got to go out and get those other figures if you don't have them, so you can utilize these effects. Yep, and that works too. So all of those War Machine / Black Widow effects are working here with Punisher. And then his final gun is a Uzi. Am I right? That's a Uzi, right? And look at him, smell it. How we smell new figures. But yeah, all black here. Again, probably could have put some more details in there, but I ain't gonna complain. No, the magazine is not removable. And I thought we was gonna go 3 for 3, but there is no peg hole in the barrel of this one. So if you wanted to add an effect to this, you'll have to use a little wax or something like that. But either way, a good assortment of guns here. And obviously, if you wanted to have them dual wield, you can. You know, both trigger fingers on each hand are extended. And that's it for ballistic weapons, but he does have a couple other accessories here. So he's got what looks like a machete. Not the greatest detail. Looks like what's supposed to be a wooden handle with a silver blade. But you know, the Punisher is proficient in all types of weapons and things that aren't really weapons, and he will kill you in so many different ways. He's a psychopath, basically. If you want to keep it funky, Punisher is a domestic terror. Alright, I'm getting tired. I'm getting silly. Come on, let me keep moving forward. I'm going to try to power through this, man. He's also packed in with a bat, which does not look that good. This does not look like wood. It looks like a piece of candy or something like that. So I can see a lot of people taking to this with a little dry brushing and, you know, giving it a little detail to really make it look like a wooden bat. I'll take it, you know, but it definitely needs a little detail, and I don't know what they were doing here. They could have just went with a darker color, and that alone would have made it look better. That's that look when you spot the guy you're going to murder with a baseball bat, but he's down the block. And he's off. Maria! And then he's also packed in with another neutral head sculpt here, which looks great. I like this one too. He looks angry. He looks like he's mad. You can see a little like vein down the middle of his forehead and the brown lines. And no teeth or anything here, but again, he does not look happy. I think they did a good job of representing Olivetti's art here. That's 2 reviews in a row based on a specific person's art. You know, I did the Jim Lee Hush Batman, and now we have the Olivetti Punisher here. And if you notice with the other head and with this one as well, not too much gappage in the back. And for the record, there's a little hole here in the back of this little strap, but there is no peg hole in the back. Bottom of the boots though. He's also packed in with this little Viking helmet. I guess this is the last of his accessories aside from the bike. Obviously we'll go over the bike, but I'm not sure if this was something specifically from one of the issues of the comic book. Maybe I'll know by the time I upload this going through the comic scans, but this is cool. And it's not like a really super snug fit where it's gonna rub the paint off or anything like that. It's good where it'll stay on, but you know, it's still loose. Alright, moving forward and getting to his final accessory, which actually qualifies him for the Ultimate Riders line, is his actual bike. So it comes in the package in 2 parts. The handlebars and the bike, and you have to attach the handlebars to the bike. Real quick, let's do a recap of what we got in the package. So there was the sawed-off shotgun, there was a Tech 9, not a Mac 10, and then there was a Uzi, there was a bat, a machete, the Viking helmet, which was part of a comic book called Punisher Kill Crew, which I showed a quick comic scan of a few segments back. I didn't read it, I'll check it out, but a pretty robust pack here and some really nice accessories. So I got the handlebars on, but a few details we should explore. The license plate says Punisher 616, says New York City. That's pretty cool. The speedometer has a little Punisher logo. That's dope. Like with all the bikes, there's a working kickstand. And if you notice this little port right here, on the Ghost Rider bike, there was a flame attached right there. On Wolverine's bike, the saddlebags can attach there. So I broke out Wolverine's bike. It's off to the side here just to see if we could attach the saddlebags to Punisher's bike. And you absolutely can. The saddlebag can actually port right into the side of the license plate. So you can cover up the license plate because the saddlebag has a little slit in it here that ports onto the side of the license plate. So that all works out. That looks good. And pretty much my issue with all the bikes is just the lack of detail. You know, a little more detailing on every one of these will make them that much better. You can be at my level as far as customizing goes, which means you are and still be able to do some dry brushing on this bike and bring out the details, and I think that's all it would need. But the fact that it's just pretty much all black allows you to kind of hide the fact that it's not as detailed. You know, some of the other bikes with the colors, they look really toyish. And there he is on the bike, hands on the handlebars, his feet are on the pegs. I didn't have a problem seating him. Some of the other riders of the past, it took a little more finagling to get them to get their butt flush on the seat. Everything seems to be working fine here with Punisher though, man. I really like this whole thing, the whole package. And there he is rocking the helmet. Of course, it would have been nice for a little holster here to put his shotgun in, or any one of the guns, preferably the sawed-off. But alright, by my guesstimate, there's been about 15 or 16 different Punishers since the Toy Biz days. Don't quote me on that. That's just me guessing off the top of my head. Really, there's no point in even breaking out the Toy Biz figures, but I figured I'd humor you guys anyway. So on the left is the old face-off Punisher. There were 2 of these. I believe this one right here is the variant. That's how he looks. And then on the right is another Toy Biz version. I believe this was like this series 4 Punisher or something like like that. Now this head sculpt is still pretty nice. And then there was another variant of that Toy Biz one on the right that I just replaced. I think this was the Urban Legends box set one maybe. And you can see how crazy that head sculpt looks. But I think he did come with this jacket. I don't know. It was on him in the plastic, so I suppose he came with that jacket. Jacket definitely won't fit this newer Punisher. You can see how yoked he is and how much larger he is than both of these guys. And then this is when Hasbro stepped it up and gave us a decent Punisher. On the right, like I said, is a little kit bash version. I replaced the regular stock lower leg shins with the boots from the old Toy Biz version. And then on the, on the right. And then on the left is the regular stock version. These were the vintage series or retro series Punishers. I hate the head sculpt on the one on the left, that pretty boy looking Punisher with the red rings around his eyes. But you can absolutely make this work. I like that. The newer Ultimate Riders battle damaged head on the retro or vintage wave Punisher body. Any of the other Punisher heads are just going to look a little too small though. This guy's arms are just too jacked. Yeah, the head's just a little too small. And I'm being lazy. I was seeing if this other holster would work. I think this might be like the Nick Fury holster maybe. I don't know where this came from actually. It was just in the bag with a bunch of Punishers. But I didn't want to take off the regular strap that's on them. And this wouldn't really fit still anyway. It'll still be kind of a little too snug maybe. Remember this Punisher? This was from Hasbro. I think this is the one with the green? I don't know. I think it was two versions of this one. But this jacket is actually from the old Toy Biz like movie Punisher or something like that. It would be a cool jacket if it wasn't falling apart and flaking all over the place and all over my fingers and stuff like that. So I'm not even going to try to take this off and put it on the new Punisher. It wouldn't fit anyway. Unfortunately, that won't work. This is the newer Hasbro War Machine Punisher. And yeah, this could work, but it's stupid, so it can't work because technically this portion is part of the glove. I think this entire thing is the glove, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that doesn't really work. And there's Namor's hands. They fit, but the skin tones don't really match up. And I believe that's Iron Fist, a little too small. 80th anniversary Thor fist, which is the right size. It's just the skin tone is a little off. And that's random, but that could work. This is like a WWE prop. And one more here for good measure, and I'm gonna get up out of here. On the left is the NECA T2 Terminator, and on the right is the Mezco first release of Punisher. And man, he's looking kind of stupid right right now next to the $20 Marvel Legend figure. He's looking kind of small. This Marvel Legend figure is pretty jacked. Now, tell me that the Marvel Legends head doesn't look better on the Mezco body than the stock Mezco head. I've been saying this for quite some time, but I think the neutral head sculpt for Punisher is pretty trash. And it's small, too. Now that we're really looking at this, this head is way better proportioned for this body. That looks good. And look at that. Not bad at all. But there's the two sort of battle damage heads side by side. There's that. Alright, I'll be exploring and experimenting all day and all night if I don't wrap this up. So I'm going to get up out of here. There are so many options, so much playability, so much fun factor with this figure. I would highly recommend that you pick up this set. Probably the best Punisher that we have to date. If you have the other Punishers, at least the Hasbro ones, then you could do a little kit bashing and some cool things. I really like the Marvel Legends head on the Mezco body. That looks really cool to me. So I'm going to be doing a lot of exploring, taking a lot of pictures. I want to wrap up some more reviews, but then I want to get back on the grind and really get back to displaying soon. Again, this is one I would highly recommend, so if you find it out there in the wild, then you should definitely pick it up. Alright, thanks for hanging out. As always, rate, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell down there, and until next time, peace.